Hello everyone, Coach Lockey here. Before we get into the tips and tricks on how to break 100, I want to talk to you about a tool that can help you track your progress. iGolf. It's brilliant for anyone who wants to see their game improving over time. The best thing, you don't need a club membership to get a handicap index. You just submit your rounds and iGolf does the rest, giving you an accurate reflection of your performance. I recommend logging every round you play. You'll start to notice patterns, see where you're improving, and identify which areas need more attention. Plus, there's the My Stats feature. You can really drill down into your strengths and weaknesses, so you'll know whether to focus on your driving, approach play, chipping, putting, or even course management. Honestly, it makes tracking your golf a lot more fun and motivating. Seeing your handicap go down and hitting personal milestones is such a boost. And it really helps set realistic targets for breaking that magic 100 barrier. I've also got a bonus tip at the end of the video, so make sure you stay tuned for that, because that might shock you. Shall we get into the tips and tricks for breaking 100? First up, we need some basic strategies to play smart and avoid big numbers. It's so windy today, I can't even hear myself, so if it seems like I'm shouting, I'm sorry. When you stand on this tee, it looks like a really basic par 4. There's no real trouble down there, but if you're a slicer of the golf ball, there's one place you cannot hit it. Down the right, there's a massive drop off and thick rough. So if you slice the golf ball and you're aiming down the middle of the fairway, that is the wrong strategy. There's nothing up the left of this hole. You can aim as far left as you want and hit the biggest banana cut that you like, and you're gonna find your golf ball. And you need a simple strategy when it comes to approach play too, like not aiming for every flag on every green. If you're trying to break 100, you're not going to hit many greens in regulation. So it's about, again, avoiding the danger. Bunkers, water, trees, bushes. I've got a bunker short left of the green here. And again, if I'm hitting that banana slice, I can now aim at the middle of the green and move this ball to the right-hand side of the green. And at worst, I'm just going to have a chip onto the green. So I'm doing everything I can now just to avoid that bunker. Horrible strike, big slice down the right, but I've avoided that bunker and I've got a simple chip. There's nothing pretty about that tee shot, that approach shot, but I am going to avoid those big numbers. That leads us nicely into using the right club for distance, accuracy and confidence. Golfers finish short of their target the majority of the time. That could be club selection or contact issues. A simple tip that I use with my students is to try and take note of what the distance is to the back of the green. If you try and play your shot to the back of the green yardage, you have a bigger margin for error. Look at this hole for an example. The pin's at the front of the green, there's water short. I can't miss short. So I'm using a club that's easily going to pitch at the middle to the back of the green. Oh yeah. That's lovely. Giving myself that bigger margin for error. I also like golfers to learn how to hit 3 different clubs from 1 yardage. The more lofted, hard swing approach. It's going to give you that higher draw-in ball flight. Your standard club that you would normally hit that distance is going to give you your normal trajectory and ball flight. And then the lower loft option. You're taking speed off. You're bringing that flight down. 3 options, 3 different ball flights for all the different scenarios out on the golf course. Now let's move into some short game fundamentals. Chipping, pitching and putting basics to save strokes around the green. Your number 1 goal is to eliminate double chips. And that generally means getting rid of this club. Stop chipping with your lob wedge so much, especially on basic chips like this. People grab their lob wedge, thin it, fat it, whatever, miss the green and have to chip again. Disaster. Simple. You could even putt this if you wanted and just get it on the green. I've got a 7-iron in my hands here, a simple bump and run. Get the ball nice and close, stand a little bit taller, ball goes back in your stance a bit, and then just literally do your putting action. It chips the ball forward and keeps it on the green and give yourself a simple putt. Get good at the basic chip shots. But when you short side yourself and give yourself that tough chip shot, like down there in that drop off, and I've short sided myself too, which means I've got no green to work with. I'm not even thinking about the green. I just want this up there on the green, giving myself a chance of a putt. Don't go for that hero shot. Putting, you need to reduce the amount of 3 putts you have, as that is stopping you breaking that magic 100 score. Reducing 3 putts generally, for the majority of golfers, it means getting better at distance control. Woo! Get up! Having good distance control takes pressure off those second putts. You can have more tap-ins instead of stressing over 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 footers that are nerve-wracking. It also makes reading putts and getting the correct line a lot easier too. Oh no, it's a 3 putt. Practicing the short ones helps too. Next up is having a reliable routine. It can reduce mistakes and relieve some stress. I can go through my routine easily. I've been doing it for years. Every time I get to the tee or I'm walking up to my ball, I place my bag to the right hand side of it. That stops my bag interfering with my swing at all, and I know that I'm not going to hit it. Once I put my bag down, I then grab my distance finder, my range finder, I laser, I use the maps to help me gauge the distance that I need to hit it, which will then tell me what club I need. If I'm on the tee, I then go along the tee trying to find the flattest spot possible to tee up on. And if I'm on the fairway, I also, my head cover's disappearing, I also put the club behind the ball just to check on the lie and if that club's appropriate for the lie. Now I've found my flat part of the tee, I've popped my ball down and I move behind the ball and do 2 practice swings. These practice swings are trying to feel either swing changes or the shape shot that I'm trying to hit. I then move into the ball, one hand on the grip, move my club into it and line it up. Grip the club, take my stance, couple of waggles, and then I'm ready to go. Yoo-hoo! A nice little cut starting up the left-hand side of the fairway, moving back to the middle. A pre-shot routine is going to relieve stress and help you make better decisions. And finally, your mental approach. You need to try and stay positive. Bad holes, you need to be able to handle them without letting them derail your round. I always say this to my students. I ask them, how long have you been playing? And they'll say, oh, a couple of months, 6 months, a year. You get the idea. And then I go, what do you do? And they go, oh, I'm a surgeon. I go, well, you try and teach me how to be a surgeon in 6 months to a year, and they just giggle. I've been playing this game for 27 years and I'm still learning. So if you're getting mad because you're hitting a few bad shots in a round, start to think a little bit different. Manage your expectations. You're going to hit bad shots. Oh, that's a thin. Please work out. I'm not going to let that annoy me. I'm going to make my way to the ball. I'm going to go through my pre-shot routine again and try and find a way of getting that ball in the hole in the least amount of shots and not let it bother me. I'm out on the course. It's sunny. It's a lovely place to be. Manage those expectations and enjoy yourself. And finally, the bonus tip. Please stop taking 3-wood off the tee for safety, unless you don't have a driver and 3-wood is your only option. Stats show that hitting 3-wood off the tee will actually lose you shots compared to hitting driver. So put that away and get the big stick out. Hitting a 3-wood for safety doesn't guarantee that you're going to hit the fairway. It does guarantee that if you hit both of them well, your 3-wood isn't going to be as far down the hole, which means longer approaches into the green, which generally will mean you won't hit it as close to the hole, which generally will mean higher scores. Like we said at the start of the video, understand your patterns and aim appropriately. Get your driver out and send it down that hole as far as you can. Plus, hitting driver is so much more fun. I hope these tips and tricks help you break that magic 100 barrier more often. And let me know in the comments down below, do you have to add all of those to your game? Or are you already doing a few and only need to think about a couple? Let me know in the comments down below. And before I leave you, make sure you're checking out iGolf if you want to track your scores and even simply just get a handicap index. And remember, you don't need to be a member at a golf club either. Thanks all for watching. I'll see you in the next one.